have a wee question. Why is it always Tesla drivers who are the first dicks in the morning? Who's to say? But join us out here in this beautiful Arizona weather. Wonderful 78 degrees right here at 7 in the morning. Absolutely beautiful. Nice and cool. Great September weather. I mean, we know we'll kick up to the 90s, maybe 100 around noon. But right now, golden. Shoulder is still a little from range. Rocking those 30-06 and 12 gauge. Whew. One heck of a morning. Today I got to drop the range bag back off at the shop. We're going to go over everything we tested. And we're going to be taking a wee look at the 26 today as well. Hey, thank you for that like. Welcome in the morning. Somebody on the side of the road. Omar, how's it going, man? Still a little tender from range day. I tell you, 12 gauge kicks. And you know, you put 100 shells down range, then you hit up the 30-aught, the 308. And yeah, you're going to be a little tender. And just think, decades ago, that our forefathers fought people with semi-automatic 30-06s. Isn't that just wild? And here I am, whining. They're out there rocking the automatic bar, the M1 Grand, putting rounds down range, right at the enemy, and here I am complaining about a shoulder. But yeah, we got to tested some 19 slides, our turbos, a few zooms, a few Vipers. I should have taken more video, to be honest, but we got so enthusiastic with range day and running drills that I forgot to take more footage. Doing some pistol drills, doing some running, sprints back and forth, shoot the target, Mozambique drills. Good stuff. Really good stuff. Ernest, good morning. I went through, God, over 1,000 rounds easy. Good time at the range. And I'm glad we got to do some testing. We were able to test one customer slide and confirmed that it is either their build or that they are lip wristing it based on the videos they showed us. Because she ran like butter for me. 200 rounds pumped through it, no problem. Rain, what's going on, man? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing in the morning. We are driving off, going to get some stuff done today. We are a slide manufacturer. We manufacture slides out of 17-4 steel for the Gen 3 Glock 19s and 17s. Working on the 26 and the 43 next. So feel free to ask any questions, comment, however you like. We're pretty laid back here. Oh, somebody has PD on the left. Oh, glad I didn't leave a little bit later. Traffic would just be wild. But this morning, I'm going to drop the range bag off at the shop. We'll go over some testing and some analysis on the slides that we went through. And then we'll be looking at the 26 again this week. It's been a hindrance, I shall say. The 26 is proving a little more difficult than the 19 and the 17 were. But that's all right. We'll get it. Slow and steady. We are not going to release an inferior product to all of you. I know we've had some people tell us, yeah, man, it's good, it runs. I'm like, nah, it's not right. It's not good enough yet. We got some more work to do. It's like, yeah, sure, we took it to the range, it runs. Just, it needs improvement. Not just going to toss it up on eBay and be like, yeah, hey, buy this slide. Good luck. But another beautiful blue sky morning in Arizona. I hope it's all wonderful for you. It just popped up to 80 degrees at about 7:15 in the morning. Man, today would be great to go to the range. Shame it's a Monday. We're going to try and do another one. I'm hoping next month we'll go out, hit the desert again, and we'll go hit up the range and just dump more ammo, do some more testing, get some more slides ready, and I'm hoping by then we'll have the 26. But if it's not, that's all right. I'd rather have it be perfect than us just force it to be ready, you know? It needs to be good to go. I'm not just going to release, you know, garbage that we're not happy with. It would just bother us. I know, like, some other companies do that kind of crap. It would just bother us every day. Like, hey, yeah, we released that, but we know we could do better. I would rather, you know, just release it right. Like yesterday, we were doing some testing. We were having issues with the SET frame. Looks like the locking block. And so we're going to work on that a little bit. But the PSA frames and the Glock OEM frames working just fine, 100%. So something we got to fix with the SET. Maybe we just change out the locking block. But maybe we can get a good locking block and we'll just, I don't know, we'll check the measurements, see if it's something maybe we can sand down. Because if it's just a little too much, maybe we can just sand it down, Dremel it down, polish it, make it good to go. Good morning. Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. I presume Russian. Unfortunately, I can't speak it, but if anyone can translate, I'd be happy to respond. Normally, I'd translate myself, but I am driving. Can't do that. Well, welcome from Arizona. We are in the southwestern United States, right next to California. We are a slide manufacturing business. We produce slides for the Glock 19. Well, rather, I should say, that are compatible with the Glock 19 and Glock 17. Verbiage is very important. Moscow Oblast, right on, welcome. Happy to have everyone here. Anyone's feel free to ask questions, comment. We're very laid back. If you enjoy firearms, you're in the right place. Though our drive videos don't have as much firearms content, always happy to answer questions when I can. Oh, and we're driving into the sun. And this guy is driving well below the speed limit, so we're going to get away from him. I don't know why people get on the freeway and drive below the speed limit. Hey, Mr. BS, what's going on, brother? Like, you're on the interstate. Do not drive below the speed limit. What's wrong with you? And if you are driving below the speed limit, get into the right lane. It's just the courteous thing to do. Put your hazards on. Let people know that you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I got back from the range this weekend, Mr. BS. We have a few videos released on our YouTube shorts and Instagram reels, doing some testing on some of our slides. They went great. The only hiccup we had was we were using an SCT frame for one of them, and we just could not get it to cycle properly. Something to do with the locking block, and I don't know. I think we'll get it figured out. But the PSA frames and the OEM frames, they're on point. They worked beautifully. Got a little bit of drop of oil from our Ghost Dad Tactical Ecto Lube. Smells like green apples. And yeah, they ran great. Running all kinds of different ammo. Blazer, Winchester, Remington. Just whatever ammo we could find at the time. Some Scorpio. Oh yeah, I need to get like a tripod or something. It's really awkward to hold a camera in one hand and then shoot with the other. I need to get like a tripod. We didn't want to interrupt the other guys. We were doing a combination of pistol and rifle drills. So, you know, doing short sprints and shoots. Doing Mozambique drills. Magazine reload drills. So you start with an empty magazine or just one round in the magazine, then drop, and then reload, and then engage the target again. So good stuff. Good drills to have. Close quarters, rifle drills, and of course just shooting some steel plates. That was fun. Ended up doing a one-shot competition where each person shoots one round to hit a steel plate that was, we had it out about 100 meters, and one shot just to see, okay, who can hit it. Yeah, I missed a few times. But, you know, when you did hit it, you dial it in, you're like, all right, here it is. Then you started making those hits, and that was kind of cool. Of course, you know, I wouldn't normally use a pistol for a 100-meter target, but it was fun. The ARs on the steel, though, on point every time. And we also got the zero-in, some new rifles, some bolt action, some semi-autos. Dialed into 30-06, a 308, a 5.56. So that was fun. Finally got those zeroed in. Been meaning to do those for a while. I'm super disappointed in the price of 30-06 though. It has gone up. And I used everything I had left, so I'm gonna have to go buy some more. And it is sadly not cheap. I think I saw for like a box of 20, it was like 33. Like, that's just ridiculous. And then for some of the better higher end stuff, you're looking at 40, 50. And it's just like, God, when did 30-06 become the $2, $3 round, you know? Oh, wild. Oh, thank you for the like. Greatly appreciate it. I know, it's man, maybe I should get into reloading 30-06, just save the brass. It still wouldn't be that cheap. Reloading really doesn't save you all that much unless you're doing it like a large volume of it. Ooh, man, am I glad I'm on the right side of the road. Or I guess my right is their right and their left is my left. Man, they are in a jam. They're all heading into the city. I'm heading out of the city. Look at those beautiful mountains in the distance. And of course we did, you know, some shotgun stuff, had some plays, hit some targets, got some nice silhouette targets. That's what we did our Mozambique drills with and our reload drills with. Then of course when the target was all ate up, just took the shotgun to it. because why not? And also just hitting clays out of the distance was pretty cool. Did get a nice self-healing target, and it was actually able to take, I didn't shoot the 30-aught through it, but it was able to take 5.56 and 308 nicely. And of course the 5.56 left more permanent marks, but the hole still healed. So we can definitely use that target again and again. So I'm happy I picked that up. We might have to paint it after some time, or clean it at the very least. So imagine after we shoot it a bunch more, we're going to start leaving carbon imprints on it. I don't remember. We picked it up at a Sportsman's. It was like some small little green target. I forget the model of it. I'd have to look it up again. But I'll be back to Sportsman's again eventually because they give us a discount on ammo. All military get a discount at Sportsman's on ammo, 5%. It's not much, but when you're buying, $100, $200 worth of ammunition, there you go, $5, $10. Saves you a little bit of money. Yeah, just a little steel U-post, a little green target. I think they called it like a self-healing gong. Obviously, it doesn't ring when you shoot it, but not bad, put it out. You hit it because it moves. Not bad. We got these little clay targets, or like clay stands that hold shooting clays. Those are okay, but the downside is if you're just off, you're going to hit the plastic holder, and then that wrecks the damn thing. So I wonder if I could 3D print new holders. Get the 3D printer going, maybe I can get some measurements, and I don't know, maybe we can make that happen. Matt, what's going on? Let's get right up around the fuel tanker here. Green Hood Smoke, what's going on, Matt? We picked up these little range, I guess, target holders. They hold sporting clays, and you kind of just stake them into the ground, but they hold the clays by a little plastic piece. So if you shoot a little too left or a little too right, you're going to destroy that plastic piece. So I wonder if maybe we could get those remade with a 3D printer, just in case that happens. Someone will be off just an inch to the left or an inch to the right, and boom. And it was like $20 for just 3 stakes. It really is a little overpriced. But they kind of got you in a niche. Like, where else are you going to buy that stuff, So I wonder if 3D printing would be the way to go on it. Yeah, we have a 3D printer at the shop, nothing fancy. It can only do one color at a time, but that's okay. We've done it for parts like handles and stuff, for drawers and barrels and stuff like that. We really should do more with it, but we just get so busy at work, and you don't really get a lot of time to play around with it. But maybe we could use it for things like that, making certain range targets that are cheap, or range fixtures. So we'd use it. We have a barrel for a lot of the, because we mill all of our steel bars into slides. So we had broken one of the handles on one of our barrels that holds all the steel chips. So we just 3D printed a new one. Oh, I see. That'd be cool. I could probably show you like pictures of it. Keep meaning to do more with it. Like maybe we could do magazine covers and things like that. But it's all about getting the time. Man, we getting out here. Gonna go out and meet somebody. Get some stuff done. Hit the shop later. Oh yeah, I mean we've stumbled on it a few times. We are using it to print stands for our slides, and we're thinking, when we go to sell slides to like individual shops, we'll probably just send a few 3D printed mounts along with it so they can display the slides better. Like we know one company that we sold some slides to, and they just left them in the box for some reason. And I'm like, how are people supposed to see what the slides are? And they're like, well, we didn't really have a way to display them. I'm like, well, you could have taken them out of the box, for one. But now I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll probably just 3D print some holders, some mounts for them. And then that way they can display them on their shelf. And yeah, we'll just print them out and, give some stores some. Like, here you go. Here's some displays for you. You are in the left lane. You're driving so slow. Why, thank you, sir. Yeah, definitely, and we should probably get another one too. The one we have is, I forget the name of the model right now, but all it can do is like a single color, and there's others that can print multiple colors. We've had a few friends print us some displays that were really awesome, where the display itself is one color, but then they were able to do our logo and our company name in different colors. And I'm like, that was freaking awesome. Whereas the one we have, we can only do one color, and that's fine for displays. Like, especially if we're just going to be giving them away for free. And maybe we'll get like better ones and we'll sell them on our website and be like, hey, we 3D printed these. If you want a display for your Stiffler slide, how much ever that cost and time would be. Bamboo. Oh yeah, I think I've seen that model. No, I'm in Arizona, but we are, right next to Utah, so some of the landscape is similar. Of course, we have the saguaros and they don't. Another cacti. Ranjith, what's going on? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. Not one of our lively lives, I know, it's just a driving live, but everyone's feel free to ask questions. Actually, I'm about to end it. I'm about to get to my location, and I got to go meet somebody and do some chores and do some stuff. But, yeah, the driving lives are great for asking questions and just checking out beautiful Arizona. That's something we should do, where it holds multiples, because we're going to SHOT Show, so we got to get something made for that. But right now the ones we do have are like single displays, and where it says, you know, Stiffler Manufacturing, and then it says like what the model is and like what it's designed for. So like Zoom 19. So our Zoom slide for Glock 19, Stiffler Manufacturing. And they're pretty cool. No plans on the Beretta yet. Do we know if the 96 is no longer under patent? That's our big issue on making slides for anything, is a lot of them are still under patent. And why there's so many Glock slide producers now is because the patent expired. So everybody can touch it. So we're all just, you know, competing with each other on who has better steel, who has a good design. And when it comes to steel, us and a few others definitely have the best. 17.4. A lot of companies are doing 416 because it's cheaper, it's easier on the end mills. It's still good gun steel, but you can do less with it. Like some people have noted that some of the 416s with certain cuts in it have been noted to crack over time. And it's because the steel can't handle the aggressive cuts, the aggressive windows that people put in it. Let's see, let's angle ourselves. Ooh, a spot with a tree. Heck yeah. I got the shade. Yeah, baby. It is 7:35 right now. Oh, now that I'm all parked up. Let's see. Actually, let's grab my sheet here. Yeah, you can easily program those words into the Beretta 95.6. It's not patented. Okay. 808 in India. Right on. In the morning, or... Well, actually, yeah, it's got to be in the evening. It's India. There we go. Always doing side work. But yep, we just got done with the range yesterday and the day before. Beautiful. Should have done a lot more video, but we didn't really have like a tripod or anything. There was no... we didn't bring like a GoPro or anything. We were just using our phones. And it was starting to get hot to the point where even our phones were starting to give us warnings. Like, hey, your phone's overheating. And it's like, well, I guess we're not really going to take in much more video, you know? Oh, it was fun. It was awesome, Pat. My shoulder's a little sore. I was using a lot of 30-06 and 12 gauge when I wasn't doing pistol stuff. And of course, we brought the ARs along, a few other rifles, getting things zeroed in. But the pistol tests were great. We threw a few reels on Instagram and a few shorts on YouTube. We really should have taken a lot more video, but nope, no breakage. But we are reworking the 26 again. We're just not happy with it yet. Yep, just not happy with it. And we've had people tell us, hey, you could probably sell this. This, like, it works, it runs. Yeah, but we're not happy with it. It needs more work. It's not quite there. It's almost there. It's almost there. It's not quite there yet. And that's the big thing that happened when we first started doing the 17 too, is we're like, well, it runs, but we're not happy. So once it feels right, when we test it on different frames, and once it feels, you know, just, then we're going to make it for people. And I know that's frustrated some people. They're like, well, just release it. Because we've had some other people local test it, and they're like, it runs. And I'm like, yeah, it runs, but not great. Like, it runs, but not to my satisfaction. Not to any of our satisfaction. So once we're satisfied, that's when we're ready to produce it for everybody. Yeah, exactly. We've got the rough draft done, and sure, we could make it and people could have a rough 26, but I don't want them to have a rough 26. I want them to have a butter 26. Yeah, we only manufacture slides. We might, you know, move on to other stuff as we continue to grow, but right now it's just slides. Yeah, that we've had people give us. There's this one guy that used to dog us all the time. When are you making a SIG slide? When are you doing this? When are you doing that? And it's like, dude, how many are you going to order? Yeah, we don't want comebacks. No, none at all. And you know, we still get them. We know our stuff runs like butter. Like I took a slide out to the range this weekend, and it was an SM19 Viper, and it was a return from a customer who said they couldn't get it to function properly. And I took it to the range and dumped 200 rounds through it on 2 different frames, OEM and PSA. Butter. Ran perfectly. And they, for some reason, couldn't get it to run. So I was looking at their videos and whatnot, and they're lip wristing it, and I don't know what kit they're using, or maybe they told, I don't remember what kit they were using. But I'm sitting here like, I am by no means the end-all, be-all of firearms. I don't know everything. But if my dumb army ass can make it work, so can you. So you just got to make it work. Don't use cheap parts kits, and you know, check for your tolerances. Check what your stacking is. You know, go through and check for, and not everything is based off one part. Sometimes you have to go through and make sure things are polished correctly. Sometimes you have to go through and make sure there's no burrs. And we go through a whole deburring process to make sure that we don't have those issues. I've seen slides from other companies where you go to run, you know, take your thumbnail and then just run it the length of the slide and see if it catches anywhere. If it does, you might need to file that. You might need to polish that up a little bit. For example, we used to see that with some of the PSAs a while back. We'd run our thumbnail across the rails and we'd go, yep, this needs to be polished, because we'd find a catch here or there. And now that catch will wear away as you shoot. That's that break-in period people are talking about. But you can improve your break-in period by doing some of the work beforehand. And sometimes we do. And with the frames, like sometimes maybe you'll go out and get, you know, whatever frame from whatever company, go through and check it, see where there's going to be some rub, and maybe take a little bit of, you know, high grit sandpaper and just smooth it out. You know, if you're building and modifying, sometimes there's a little bit of work that you have to do. Is it always? No. Sometimes everything works perfectly and, you know, things are great. But when you're mixing and matching parts from different companies, sometimes you have a little bit of work to do. And that shouldn't worry you. That's just, you know, that's part of modifying and building and assembling. You're going to have to do a little bit of work once in a while. Now, we can tell you, yeah, our stuff works butter on freaking OEM, but people have come back like, hey, I was running this on SCT. One guy was having a barrel fitting issue, and it wasn't the slide. He was having an issue with the locking block. The barrel was actually getting stuck. Like, you got your locking block, the barrel was actually getting stuck under it on the feed. So he went through and he fixed that issue, and all of a sudden it works great. And he found out that it was that frame's issue by testing it on other frames. He tested it on OEM and he tested it on PSA, and it was running perfectly. It was just that one SCT that he had to do some work on. So sometimes you have to do a little bit of troubleshooting, and it's not just with us. You know, you could go to any company and pick up any different frame, any different slide, any different parts kits, and you might have to just do a little bit of fitting work. That's just the nature of what we're doing. Anytime you're built, like the first time I did a polymer 80, I sucked at it. Oh my God. I screwed that up left and right. But you keep doing it, you get a little bit better at it. And a little bit better at building, a little bit better at putting the UPK in and out, a little bit better at putting the LPK together in and out. Putting the LPK sucks. I still don't enjoy doing it, but I'm better at it. LPKs are kind of a pain in the ass compared to the UPK, but you can do it. 37 millimeter hulls. Out of what material? The Glock performance trigger that I'm trying to figure out why it only likes the rock slide. Ah, only the rock slide. That's weird. My best answer would be to get some calipers, if you can go get some, and start making measurements between the slides and what your frame is, and seeing what the differences are. That's usually your best answer. Like, it won't function with an OEM. OEMs, we base everything we have off OEM. That's the standard. Oh my God. And that's why we have that 5/1000ths of play, is so that it can fit with other stuff just in case. But 5,000 is a piece of hair. Like, you know, piece of hair. Oh my God. Aluminum, huh? I mean, it would make sense to do a softer metal for that. Aluminum or brass. We don't do anything with aluminum yet. Maybe sometime in the future. Make other parts, do other things as the shop grows. But we got to get more contracts and stuff for that. If we need to get more machines and more employees to grow things like that, I got to find more gun shops. Definitely got to find more gun shops that are willing to take our product. So, more distributors. Won't function with an OEM though. That is wild. Oh, my AC is actually colder. When the oppressive sun isn't putting stress on my AC is actually stupid cold. For machining, it might be. And we'd have to do you think about it, when you're making something like that, think about you're getting a cylinder of whatever it is, and then they're going in and milling it out to size. Check your locking block on it. Yeah, the slide saw it. Probably, God. But that, I mean, it should work with the frame. So the frame's probably messed up too. A bear-sized duck or 10 duck-sized bears. I'm going to go with the bear-sized duck. One opponent over being swarmed. I'm going to go with the bear-sized duck. And I think that's just because feather versus the fat layer and fur, I think I could get in on the neck. I think I could get my blade in on the neck. Yeah, exactly. It's a duck, and those are, yeah, fuck that. And I'll use my definition knife, DLD After Dark, Red Dawn Readiness, Flying Rich with definition knives. I'm going after the duck. Now, if it was a swan, that'd be a different story. Those things are vicious. Or geese. Rook tactical locking and rail combo that works in my other P80. No issues. Okay, so if that works in your other P80, maybe there's something catching on the frame. Oh yeah, check them out. There we go. Company's called Definition Knives. Give them a look. This is called their journalist knife. They've got a host of others. Oh yeah, man, geese are evil. Have a good one. If you do want to give it a try or a price down the road, I have a big 26.5 millimeter job that needs hulls. Okay. Yeah, it might be something we do in the future. I mean, it always depends on how we grow as a business. Right now, it's just the slides, but we need to get more machines to start doing other stuff. Like, if we want to start doing custom slide work for people, we need another machine. If we want to start working on aluminum, we need another machine, because the machines we have are all slated for slide work. And yeah, they're going to be slated for slide work. So until we get more contracts that could pay for another machine, we're stuck out of doing from that. And when we're talking like paying for another machine, you're talking about putting 30 grand down on a machine. Like, it is not going to be, you know, a quick, easy thing. When we want to get that custom machine, we're talking about putting 20 grand down on that. And it's like, where do we get 20 grand from? More contracts. So, but if you guys have a local gun shop you're aware of that might be interested in slides, I'd be happy to sell them 2, 3, 5, a month or two. You know, so anywhere from 6 to 12 times a year. We'd give them dealership rates on it too. So it is a nice one that took my time with it. It's practically perfect. You know, we actually have a P80 for the 26. Hate it. But I think we got that in like the final years of P80. So It just needs some more love. Did with a sharpened screwdriver, runs great. It's really weird. You made it work with effort. Oh, I've got a little nick in my blade. I think that was from the range. Let's see, we're about here at the 40-minute mark. That's probably where I'll kill it. I got to get some chores done, get some stuff done. Cash is always the problem with business. Once I get cash flow, I'll put some of your slides on my site. Oh yeah, man, reach out to us. We can get you a sales sheet. Oh. Small orders, big orders. We do stripped and complete. I just reached out to the Glock store. Maybe we can get a big order from them. But I want to do small businesses too, because I realized quickly that a lot of small businesses could not get a hold of certain slides of certain quality because they didn't have the cash flow. Whereas like you had larger manufacturers like, yeah, we can get you our slides at a good rate, but you got to buy 100 of them. And a small business isn't ready to buy 100 slides all at once, isn't ready for that investment because they don't know how fast the turnaround is going to be. So yeah, we're willing to do smaller orders with dealership rates to help smaller businesses out. But, yep, I got to pop into the store, got to get some stuff done, got to go meet this guy, and I'll probably try to pop on another live later. So thank you guys all for the likes. It's greatly appreciated, especially those new subs. You guys got us over 1,300, so that's amazing. But, you know, definitely keep checking in. We still got to do that 1K giveaway. The only thing holding us up is we're focusing on the 26 slide so much right now. We have not made the slide for the giveaway. But yeah, definitely reach out. Sales at Stiffler Manufacturing, or just pop over to our website and do the contact sheet. And yeah, we can get you a sales sheet and show you what our prices are. Right on, guys. Have a good one. And as always, stay 2A every day.